thing for CFOs, in terms of thinking about how can technology enable the business is, how can it actually help address some of those business challenges, not from a technological perspective, but in terms of driving the business. CFOs, and finance need to be driving business strategy, need to be partnering with the business to take the information and take the underlying analytics of the business and to be able to provide more business decision support to executives and to various functions in the company. And technology is the key driver to this, not just from a BI reporting perspective in terms of getting the information out of your ERP system, for example, turning it into meaningful insights and then advising that to the business, but also just kind of freeing up a lot of the administrative time that finance teams spend on running reports, closing their month-end books, getting stuck under laborious reporting. You need technology to really help drive the productivity and efficiency and take away a lot of that manual effort, so that finance teams are freed up to spend more time on partnering with the business and on providing the strategic guidance to the rest of the business. And so I think CFOs thinking about technology need to think about it more so from just in terms of how can you support the business growing, but also how can you actually run a more tighter, more productive, and more efficient organization as one. And from a second perspective is how can you utilize technology like cloud? Now, how can that help you be more agile, be more flexible to such a fast-changing environment? So I think it really is kind of a two-pronged approach. First of all, we're living today in the age of the consumer, right? And there was a conference in the US, a marketing conference in the US overnight. And I saw a very interesting quote from Beth Comstock, who's the CMO for GE. And she said that, she said to organizations, your customers are doing their homework on you. Are you doing your homework on your customers? And that to me is a very powerful quote, because it talks about the importance of understanding who your consumers are. And no one should know that more than a business. Businesses need to be understanding the consumer to be able to react to what the consumer needs and how that has an impact on your strategy. So CFOs, again, from a strategic perspective, play a key role in this. And one of the key drivers, one of the key business support tools is this whole area of business analytics, business intelligence. And so, the questions that CFOs need to ask themselves, if they're considering going to this is, are they getting their business insights? Are they getting, they've got a whole lot of information in the ERP systems which tell them, what their customers are buying, what are the patterns? Are they turning this information into meaningful business decision drivers? Are they able to analyze that and turn that into real insights that they can use to drive the business, to identify potential trends in the business that they may not know of, and to actually advise the business on how the strategy can keep evolving to keep up with how your customers' needs and wants are changing. So I think you really got to understand and ask the question about how good are your systems today at taking out those customer insights and customer analytics. And if you don't have that today, I think looking at a BI tool or having a BI capability in your organization is critical. Adopting technology is one of the key things that I believe all CFOs should be thinking about to actually free up a lot of the time from the finance organization to enable them to focus more on the business. And cloud is a key technology that can really help businesses be much more efficient and productive. It is how businesses are running today in terms of wanting the efficiency, the productivity, and cloud is able to give you that. You're not having to worry about on-premise implementations and spending a huge amount of capital investment up front in bringing in servers and software to support your business. You can be much more agile. So when you think about running lean organizations, running responsive organizations that are flexible to how your business strategy is evolving, cloud plays a very key role in that because you're really paying for what you need, software as a service. You're able to be more agile, you're able to expand, you're able to grow, and really that's something that enables you to be out in the market quickly, more effectively, and more cost effectively from that perspective as well. I think the other thing businesses are looking at today is how do we continue to grow the business? How do we scale up our business in different markets? And a large part of the complexity of that growth is in your technology. I've spoken to customers where they want to grow overseas, they want to expand into new markets, but they just don't want to spend huge amounts of money in investing in the technology to do that. And so cloud from that perspective makes a lot of sense because you're able to get up and running quickly, having to have the infrastructure in the market. The questions that the CFOs need to be asking themselves is, how does their organization look today compared to what they want to be? And think about technology as being a key enabler to get them to where they want to be. So I encourage all CFOs to think about their business in that perspective. Think about how technology and cloud technology and cloud ERP solutions like NetSuite can actually help transform the business organization into one that actually works in the 21st century and can address what businesses are looking for in the 21st century. So I'm a key believer that technology needs to go hand in hand with the CFO to be able to build the business and take finance and the role of finance in the organization to the next level.